today newly? Today is first class. Anybody for whom today is the first class?
Yeah, ma'am. Hi, good morning, ma'am. Today I joined recently.
Yes. Yep. Okay. So people who joined today newly, so we have not covered anything. We just installed Python in our system using Anaconda. All the videos are available. You can go through the videos, and in YouTube you can. It is available. You can go through those videos and install Python in your system, and then there is also another tutorial available for Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook will be our IDE, right, for coding. So initially in the last demo session, I just told to install Python using Anaconda and then to go through the tutorial, Jupyter Notebook tutorial. That's the thing we have seen. And Python, from Python onwards, initial 4 classes we'll be discussing about Python. It's a quick revision. Many of you are new, so it's a quick revision. So I got to know that Durga sir Python videos are freely available in YouTube, and sir always teaches awesome. So you can go through Durga sir's Python recordings, or even my old previous batch Python recordings. Once you enroll, you can go through and for detail Python, right? Um, but anyways, we will complete Python in this class as well. But when it comes to detailed description, you can go through the intermediate batch recordings or Durga sir's recording, where you will find detailed description. As the course is advanced, so it assumes you know Python, but I found many of you are completely new and you don't have a Python knowledge. So I thought of giving a revision, Python revision. Initial 3-4 classes we'll discuss about Python. So that's the thing. And people who joined last 2-3 demos, if you want, you can drop off, because today I'm not going to take any new class, I mean new topic. We'll just revise what we have covered, as today is the last demo class. You have also an option to ask any doubt if you have regarding the domain, regarding anything, right? Regarding the course, syllabus, duration, everything, right? Um,
Ma'am, hello. Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Can you please share the agenda, means uh, course content, if possible, now?
course content, right? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Give me 1 minute. I think course is already, I think it is there. Let me share my screen. I will show you the course. Just give me 1 minute.
Ma'am, the class will be regularly at this time only, like 6:30 a.m.
Yeah, sorry, I could not hear. Yeah, the timing will be either it will be 6:30, or we can move it a little bit, like maybe at 7. That will be the time. But I prefer 6:30. If someone, I mean, some of you have problem at 6:30, we can move it to 7. I am flexible in both timings. But yes, morning time. The class will be in the morning time.
It will be for 1 hour, right? Or
1 hour.
okay, for how many
If
days, ma'am?
don't mind,
2
are you
months.
also working somewhere?
I am working, yes. So I think
Okay.
people who joined today newly and you want to go through the demo session, I think you can ask Durga Sub to provide you the previous demo recordings, right, for advanced batch. We discussed many things last 2-3 days recording. If you see, Most of the things I answered in those recordings, like what I do and about myself, about the syllabus, everything you will find. But as many of you joined today newly, so I will kind of give a quick summary about the core syllabus first. Okay, so looking at the syllabus, the highlights of the syllabus, if you see, basically first, the 3 modules that we are going to complete in this course are NLP, Deep Learning, and Apache Spark. So NLP, Deep Learning, and Apache Spark, these are the major 3 modules that we are going to complete in this syllabus. Along with that, we will be, it's a hands-on session, complete hands-on. Everything, whatever we are discussing, we will be implementing in a project. So for each module, you'll get one project. For Apache Spark, 1 project. For NLP, 1 project. And for Deep Learning, 1 project. And the projects are really awesome. Yeah.
Point number 8, Apache Spark is basically with the like Java and Scala also, right? Like we can use Spark with Python also.
Yes, we can use Python as well, PySpark module. So you are correct. Spark supports 4 languages: Java, Scala, R, and Python. So we will be completing Spark with Python. I'll come there. I'll talk about Spark. So at high level, we are covering deep learning 2 modules, and ANN, CNN, NLP. We are completing many things. So let me give you a high level summary, right? So in deep learning, we will be implementing the first neural network, artificial neural network, using Keras. Keras is a deep learning package. And we'll be completing many topics like what is gradient descent, cross entropy, stochastic gradient descent, ANN, evaluating ANN model, right? Introduction to Theano and TensorFlow, followed by a project. So we'll be predicting the house price, or maybe we'll be predicting the fuel consumption in a vehicle, right? Using ANN, using deep learning. Followed by CNN, convolutional neural network. We'll be completing the second algorithm of deep learning using PyTorch. So again, from scratch, we'll be implementing an image classifier. We will also learn image processing using OpenCV, how we will process the image, and how we can build a classifier, image classifier, using PyTorch package, right? And a CNN algorithm. That's the second thing. Third, we will be learning about NLP. In NLP, we will be learning about web crawling, web scraping from internet. We will go and we will pull the data using web scraping techniques. We'll also discuss about regular expression, and then we'll be building a sentiment classifier using the data that we scraped from web. We'll be building a sentiment classifier. Also, we'll be discussing the basics about NLP, like the data pre-processing steps. Word embeddings we'll be discussing. Data visualization using Tismi we'll be discussing. Named entity recognition. This is an NLP task that we will be discussing. So whatever we will discuss, everything we will be applying in the project. After doing sentiment analysis, we'll also find all this named entity recognition and other things will be applying in the same project. The third part is PySpark. So I will be telling you how to set up a cluster, big data cluster in cloud using EC2, and also I'll tell you how to set up a cluster in your own system, provided you have at least 12 GB of RAM. I mean, that is recommended. So I mean, recommended is 16 GB, but at least 12 GB of RAM is required to install everything in your system. If many of you have like less than 12 GB RAM, you can use EC2 cloud cluster setting, right? So I'll tell you both the way, how to install in your own local system and also how to install in cloud. Once the installation part is done, we'll discuss about the big data architecture. What is Spark? What is big data? How Spark works, right? The architecture. We'll integrate our Spark with Jupyter Notebook. Followed by, we will discuss about Spark data frame and Spark recommendation engine, right? Spark ML module, machine learning module. So in Spark machine learning module, we'll be completing a few algorithms like let's say linear regression and other things that we completed in machine learning, how we can implement that using Spark, followed by one recommendation module. So recommendation engine we have never discussed even in the intermediate class. So here we'll be completing recommendation engine, which is a part of machine learning, but we'll be implementing recommendation engine on top of Spark. So the algorithm is same, doesn't matter you are implementing in Python or PySpark, but the coding style will be different. So that is what we are completing in this entire syllabus. So again, it's a combination of many things. It's a combination of deep learning, combination of NLP and Spark. It is not completed here. There is a, as I told you in previous sessions also, deep learning, NLP and Apache Spark are vast. If you give me two months also, each subject I can teach for three months, and still there will be some topic which I cannot cover. So this is not everything that we are covering, but yes, this is a very good starting point for you to do self-study. For example, we have completed major modules, but there are still another things like autoencoders, LSTM, we have reinforcement learning, right? We have time series in machine learning and also in deep learning, so which we are not covering. So if you understand two three basic to intermediate level of algorithm, rest all you can self study. Because of limitation of time, we are not able to complete everything, but yes, we are like similarly in NLP also we have machine translation, we have linguistic model, language modeling, different topics we are not covering due to lack of time. In Spark, we are covering ML and data frame because as a data scientist, these are the major two modules we'll be playing with, but we are not covering streaming and GraphX, two modules. It's very rarely we implement GraphX. I never seen implementing in real time, but yes, streaming is also very limited applications. In real time, most of the time we'll be using ML, machine learning as a data scientist, and Spark data frame.
Ma'am, you just told we need to have at least 16 GB of RAM. I just want to ask one more question. What should be like? I have i3 processor. So will it be okay with the RAM? I have RAM. I will extend, but will it i3 processor will be okay? Because
So,
whenever I try to install, Linux, it reduces the system speed a lot. Then I need to uninstall it. It happened many times with me.
yeah, in deep learning, we will be doing GPU programming, CUDA programming. So it is good if you have a high-end machine, even for deep learning. Otherwise, I think it will take so much of time, uh, right? And for training your model. So always for this advanced course, it is recommended a high-end machine. But no worries, if you don't have a high-end machine, you can use Google Colab. Um, RAM will be less. I think 8 GB at max you can get. I'm not sure. I'm thinking at max you can get 8 GB, or I think more than that. I'm not sure. I think by changing some settings, I heard that you can also increase more than 8 GB, but I have never tried, so I cannot commit. But yeah, Google Colab you can use. I think even I will also use Google Colab, or maybe other Windows system I have to use. This Mac system has limitations even for me. So yeah, so to answer your query, the more high-end system you have, it is better for you. The processing speed will be faster because we are going to do parallel programming and distributed programming. It's not like the only Python code that we will be running. We will be writing even though it is not big data. In deep learning, we are going to use GPU. GPU you must be knowing, right? So parallel programming within your system, different codes we will be using, dual core and quad core if you have. So high-end machine is recommended for this course. If you don't have high-end machine, alternatives are Google Colab, or maybe you can rent for maybe 2-3 months. You can rent server from EC2 just for 2-3 months, and it will not cost you much. Maybe by spending some 300 to 400, I think you can, or maybe within 500, depends on your usage. You can rent servers. But yes, if you need something permanent in your system, then obviously you need to increase the
Ma'am, is it
system.
$300 to $500 or rupees?
No, not dollar, rupees.
Okay, then that is very less. Okay.
Yeah, very less. But only that is less, but it will be for limited time, right? If you need permanently, let's say tomorrow you want to practice, then it is like again you have to pay. But yeah, I mean 8 GB RAM with 4 i7 processor is recommended with 16 GB RAM. That's a good computer for deep learning. In offices also for deep learning we have separate systems. We don't use normal laptops. We have different servers that we use with very high RAM and all other high configuration. So for deep learning and big data, you need a system which has good configuration. At least i5 somehow you can manage. i7 is recommended with quad core and 16 GB RAM.
Susmita, my system is 8 GB, so will I need to extend anything or how to do?
You can do it with 8 GB also, you can manage, provided it will be little slow. That is okay. Anyway, we are not running anything in production, so time is not a constraint here, right? Like you can wait. If it's taking 1 more hour, that's okay. So
Oh,
8 GB we can manage, but for big data, 8 GB is not enough. You cannot do local installation. Only Spark you can install. That I can tell you. So
okay.
two things. One is big data cluster, big data ecosystem. If you want to install, that requires 12 GB. Anyway, we are not using big data ecosystem, right? Like ecosystem in the sense Hadoop, Spark, Hive, other things like Flink and Strom. So many 8 to 10 tools. That is called big data ecosystem. So if you are using, if you have 12 GB, we can install everything in your system at once, and later you can use whatever you want, you can use. Anyway, in this course mostly we are focusing in Spark. So only Spark if you want to install. I think in 4 GB also it is okay. I mean it will be slow, it will be hanging, but 8 GB if you have, you can complete this every setup. Spark you can install in your system if you have 8 GB.
Okay, I just
Okay.
want to add one thing here to the person who has asked. Like, you can manage with the small RAM also, but let me tell you with my honest experience, with this much high setup, if the system is going very slow, it gives so much frustration and irritation. So it happens
Yeah.
with me many times. So better you have high RAM only.
Yes, it will hang and it will like kind of when you like open other applications, it will not open and it's frustrating. Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's how it is because it is big data, so we need RAM.
Okay.
8 GB is 8 GB is okay. I mean at least Spark locally you can set up and you can run. 4 GB you can allocate Spark and
Yeah.
4 GB yeah you can use for other things.
Okay,
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Ma'am, so hello. So ma'am, actually I am working as a product developer, so I want to change my technology. So is this class good, will be good for me, or I have to join some basic first, then I have to join this class?
See, as I said, there is no link between intermediate and advanced. I have to split into two different kind of course because 3 months is a long time and many will not be interested to wait for 3 months. But honestly speaking, you have to spend 3 months time at least to complete this series. Every topic is important. I will strongly recommend everybody who has attended my intermediate to join this advanced because otherwise your course will be incomplete. Later, after 1 year or 2 year or 6 months or 2 months, definitely you have to learn the subjects. And similarly, if you join intermediate advanced, sometime you have to learn the machine learning also because that is also recommended or important. Everything is important in this 3 months. Whatever we are completing is important, and both of the subjects are independent of each other. Deep learning has its own way. Machine learning has its own way. If you don't know machine learning, that is absolutely fine. You can understand deep learning very well. Similarly, NLP has its own techniques, right? So NLP also you can understand, and Spark is completely different. It's a big data platform. So you can very well understand Spark also. Only common thing between both of the courses, Python. So Python is mandatory. Both course you have to understand Python. That's a mandatory thing. After Python, both courses are independent. Anyway, we are completing Python in this course. So if you have not attended intermediate, definitely you can understand this course very well. There will be no dependencies. Otherwise, I would not have recommended. And you can check the syllabus with intermediate and advanced. Nothing is common. Everything is different.
You have a classes for intermediate also, or?
Yes, yes. So intermediate, if you guys are planning to join or parallelly want to join, or like after this completing of in advance, you want to join intermediate, you can join intermediate. We are starting a new batch very soon, maybe after 5 to 8 days, or maybe within 10 days. Similarly, weekend batches also we are planning to start, maybe for intermediate or one more advanced. So there are options. So you can, again, if you want, you can join intermediate also parallelly, or maybe after completing this course, you can go for intermediate.
Ma'am, when the advanced batch for weekend will start, ma'am?
Let's see when it will be. There are availability. I have availability in weekend. There is no any class now. We'll see. Maybe we can start either. Let's see, like where number of people are more, that batch we will start. I cannot tell you right now, but yes, let's see.
And one thing, ma'am, can you at least include the basics of the reinforcement learning in this course?
No, we cannot include, because see, the problem is including is one thing and making others understand is difficult. It is so in machine learning you can understand one algorithm in 2 hours. In deep learning you need 4 hours for the same concept. Everything is fully, like, it is complicated. So all things are new, and what I believe is whatever you understand in depth. The depth is important rather than touching the width. I know reinforcement learning is important, Boltzmann machine, autoencoder, LSTM, language modeling, so many things are there.
Yes, ma'am.
But the problem is the time is limited, and within this time, this is what we can cover. It's a balance between many things. And if I include more topics, I have to cut short some of the timings from the other topics, and you will not understand, and ultimately you'll blame me, right? I have to go slow, and it's nothing like the intermediate. So many things, so many concepts you need to understand, right? Gradient descent, entire math we will kind of practice here. PyTorch and Keras is not like scikit-learn, copy paste code will not work. So most of the things you have to write from scratch. You have to give time to understand different packages. The way we write code in Keras is different than the way we write code in PyTorch, right? Along with that, NLP is there, web crawling, web scraping, regular expression, NER, followed by data preprocessing, then word embedding, listening. So many things we are completing in this course. If I include anything else, it will unnecessarily kind of complicate everything. Time is within that time we cannot complete. I already completed few advanced batch, so my experience I'm sharing. So that's the reason. But anyways, if anyone wants, maybe I'll create one more course. So basically, see, understand my problem. My problem is syllabus is huge, and you have to spend time to complete everything. Within 1.5 months, this is what we can cover at max. We are understanding Python, and then we are completing Spark, and then we are looking at NLP. We are completing NLP in detail. Plus, we are starting deep learning, and most of the algorithms we are completing here. One thing I can do, what I can do is, if possible, I can share you some like bonus lecture recording, which you can go through.
I do agree with you, ma'am. Time is the main constraint, but if possible, because reinforcement learning is also the main cutting edge skill in this era. Therefore, I request you, if possible, you can start the another more batch in order to get a good command over the skills of this era, or you can share us the recordings since the students who are interested, because reinforcement learning is gaining more edge over right now.
Yeah, reinforcement learning is again very important, but due to time, you can understand. And when you go to real time coding, right, in companies, very rare companies use reinforcement learning. the applications that you will be using, mostly based on CNN and other things like image processing related, computer vision related things like object detection, object image segmentation kind of thing. I mean, what I'm saying is there is something which is there, and there is something which companies are applying in real time. So I'm not saying anything is not important or important. Time is the main constraint. If somebody wants to kind of complete the entire series, maybe I will plan only a deep learning course. You can join there. In deep learning course, there will be nothing else, only deep learning. And maybe in that course, I can able to complete the entire thing, whatever is there in deep learning. Okay. Similarly, so basically time is again there. I should have time also, right, to create new classes. So that's the thing.
Ma'am,
Let me
please
see.
start, ma'am. If more number of students join, you can like to start.
Yes, so we can plan another deep learning only class where maybe we will able to complete the entire thing, right? But I think this, so when I created this course, what is in my mind is when you go for any interview, job interview, or you open anything, right? You open job description or 5-year plus, and you will find all these things are written. Big data is kind of good to have skill. Apache Spark. Please mute yourself, everyone. Please mute. Okay. So with this course, if you after completing this course, if you can open any of the JDs, right? Naukri, just go to any profile and portal and open any data scientist job description. You will find most of the things they are asking you know. So you will get that feeling after completing these 3 months. Most of the company are asking, so nobody is expecting you to kind of expert in one thing, but people are expecting at least you should know intermediate level of different things. Computer vision, computer vision, NLP, big data. That gives you more weightage than knowing only deep learning on deep learning everything, and then not knowing anything on NLP and Spark, because this course will enable you to process any kind of data irrespective of the data variety and velocity. You will be able to process it. If it is huge, let's say the data is really huge, if the volume is really huge, you can use Apache Spark to process. If the data variety is different, let's say the data is text data, right? You cannot say the organizer. I mean, you cannot say the company. I don't know how to process text data. I don't know NLP. So if the data is text, you will be able to handle it. If the data volume is huge, you will be able to handle it. If the data requires more advanced techniques, like if the data is image and video, you will be able to handle it. So after this course, you are free, independent, full stack data scientist, whom I can give any kind of data, image data, video data, text data, semi-structured data, unstructured data, any data, and any volume of data, 1 GB, 100 GB. You can apply all the techniques and you can build a model for me. That's the objective of this course. That's the reason I have included other modules like big data and NLP in the advanced course. But yes, my voice is breaking a lot. Is my voice is clear or it is breaking?
Clear, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay. Yeah, Pawan. Yeah, maybe can check some internet issue. Okay.
Ma'am, honestly speaking, if possible, kindly requesting you to start the deep learning course either in the weekend times, so that, because the reason is that the way you teach is superb, ma'am.
Yeah.
I never saw any faculty teaching like you. Honestly, ma'am, you taught in a very systematic and linking way. You link from each and every topic to other topic, so that we will get a good command. That is the reason why I'm again requesting you to start the deep learning course if possible, if time permits for you. Honestly.
Yeah, sure. So I mean that's a good thing. So let's exactly. So I also want to start, but let's see. What I'm planning to do is maybe after completing So will it be good if I give you options? Like if somebody wants to join, skip big data part and wants to join the big data, only the deep learning, continue deep learning, that time you want to utilize learning some more deep learning algorithm.
Yes, ma'am.
Or somebody wants to join more algorithms from NLP, skipping big data, or somebody wants to skip NLP and wants to learn more on big data. So these three modules are important. Everything is important. Apache Spark is important, NLP is important, deep learning is important. But to complete one part, so what I will recommend is you join, if you want, I will start a separate deep learning class. Same like I'll start a separate NLP class as well, because if you see, if you stand today and if you see 5 years, uh, honestly speaking, machine learning is going to be replaced by deep learning completely, and most of the data will be text. When you go to online, you only absorb what kind of data you are kind of creating. Most of the things nowadays we are writing reviews. Go to any sector, come to healthcare, you will find doctors prescriptions, all the things written in text. You come to e-commerce, reviews are written by people. You go to social media analytics, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere data is text. So text data is the, if you go and attend any artificial intelligence conference, most of the recent advancement you will find in NLP domain. So don't consider NLP is not important. According to me, NLP is the most important thing in artificial intelligence. When you come to computer vision and other things, you're restricting yourself to process a certain kind of data, right? But when it comes to NLP, it's all about text data. So NLP is also very, very important for a data scientist. Yeah, chatbots. You go anywhere, you will find chatbots are NLP applications. Every website has chatbots. This AI, this Siri and this Alexa and all this, right? Are again, it's a combination of audio plus text data, right? You type anything, the machine is understanding, and then it is helping you, personal assistance. You will find anywhere, everywhere. So you go to sentiment analysis, we are doing machine translation. You go to Google, you will give any one language, you write one language, other thing, it will be autocomplete, I mean translated to any other language, right? So most of the thing, HR analytics, everywhere text data is there. So NLP is also very important. I really wanted to complete the entire series. It's really going to help you. And spending time and money in artificial intelligence, it's like you're building your future career. You're securing your next 5 to 10 years. Definitely, it is going to help you. No doubt in that, right? Whatever you are learning is definitely going to help you. So what I am planning to do is 2 new courses I will be launching. One is on deep learning, one is in NLP. After taking the intermediate course, that is statistics and machine learning, if you feel like expert, you want to make yourself expert, you have 3 options. One is to take this course, which will give you a very good idea on all of this, and here onwards you can go through the next topics. Or if you want to expertise yourself in only one thing, let's say deep learning or machine learning, NLP, you can take the advanced course only on deep learning and only on NLP. There I'll be introducing everything that is present in deep learning so far. Reinforcement learning is there, and then we have RNN is there, right? Also I'll be including time series. So this artificial intelligence is vast, so many topics, and so there are options. I'll create different batches for that. Statistics, honestly speaking, we are not using anywhere statistics in this course, Hassan. Yes, statistics is important, but in this course, we are not using statistics, because in NLP data and in kind of the data that we are using is different in nature. As I said, mostly machine learning will work very well when your data is numerical or categorical, but in a semi-structured format. When your data is image or when your data is video data, you have to understand other things like image processing and other algorithms like CNN and all. So statistics, it is like very basic statistics we are using. Even though you have not attended my intermediate batch, you will very well understand. So people who have not attended my intermediate batch, by knowing Python, you can very well understand this course. Every topic is different and there is no relation. So we are not covering anything from machine learning. So you will very well understand what we are talking in this. Yes, this course is mostly like computer vision and big data combined together. So if I give you one name, this course is like computer vision, NLP, and big data combined together. Okay. So even though you don't know machine learning, not at all a problem. You can very well understand. Okay. So I think we spend a lot much of time, but yes, that summary of today's class is two things. One is all of you who are new, obviously, definitely you have to join this course to complete everything. You should get a knowledge on big data, NLP, and Spark, in deep learning. And after taking this 3-month course, you can write in your resume that you can process, you're a full stack data scientist who can process anything. Give me any data of any volume, image data, video data, text data, semi-structured data, unstructured data, maybe huge volume of data, I will be able to handle it using deep learning and ML techniques, right? So that is what you can tell. But if you really want to apply for deep learning engineer or machine learning engineer, NLP engineer kind of position, you need to learn some other extra algorithms along with this. So for that, wait for some more days. I'll be starting a weekend batch only on deep learning and only on NLP. If you want, you can enroll in that. That will again be 1.5 months, where it is a complete series, nothing beyond it. Let's say you are joining deep learning, you can say that I completed deep learning. Nothing is beyond that. So I am also updating myself. We'll be discussing the recent thing, transfer learning, BERT model, very recent algorithms that has been developed last year, last year, very recent advancements. Whatever happened, everything we will complete in deep learning.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for starting a new batch in the weekends regarding deep learning.
No problem. And in that batch, we will be doing whatever project is related to deep learning and image processing mostly. We'll be doing many things, many topics. I mean, it's a vast topic, like very huge area. We'll be discussing something called object detection. Now, social distancing apps people are developing using FAST or mask RNN, right, which is a deep learning model. So there are so many new face detection kind of projects, very advanced and very new projects we'll be doing in that particular course, maybe 2-3 new projects. So I'll share the syllabus with you very soon. Give me some 2-3 days of time. If you are interested, you can join only the deep learning course. Okay, that's all. That's all for today's class. I think tomorrow we will start with Python and we'll continue. So yeah, so if you have any queries, I can take some questions. Otherwise, we can connect tomorrow.
Hello, good morning, ma'am. My name is Jose. I just, sorry, I've joined a bit late. I just wanted to know, like, I'm very much interested in learning deep learning, NLP, and image processing. So, like, shall I follow this course or I have to take the other weekend batch which you were referring?
Okay, let me tell you one thing. People who are interested for big data along with deep learning and NLP can follow this course. People who are very specific about one topic, let's say I want to complete computer vision only, with obviously the image, computer vision is nothing but image processing and deep learning combined together. Or I am interested only in, let's say, NLP. If you are very specific about what you want, then you can, this course may not be right course. You can join the specific course like deep learning and NLP, which we are starting in the weekends. Right? So is that answer your query? So this is a combination of big data, Spark, deep learning and NLP course. We are completing many topics from NLP and deep learning in this course as well. But if you want to kind of expertise, something called knowing and something called expertise, right? If you want to call yourself an expert means you know everything, nothing beyond that, right? If you want to call yourself an expert, then you join specific courses related to deep learning and NLP, which we are starting in the weekends. But this course, don't think you will not get a job. This is a course to get you or help you get a job which is requiring 4-year plus experience. In my company, which is a very, very good company, it's not like it's a very good company, research oriented company. Everybody who is there in my team are either PhDs or MTech at least. Without masters, nobody is there, not even one. And we have 40 members, 40 data scientists. All are from very renowned institutes like IITs and all, right? In that very efficient team, reinforcement learning, so far we don't have single projects where we're planning to implement reinforcement learning. I'm talking about the real time, how the industry, what is the position, right, in industries. I'm talking about that. So something is like, and something is like what industry is implementing. Yes, we do have projects in computer vision, we do crack detection, we do many multiple data augmentation and all that, which requires computer vision, and this we are implementing actually in real time. But when it comes to reinforcement learning, we have Monte Carlo simulation which is running, but apart from that we don't have many other things. And if you see the skill set, the most important thing is skill set. Out of 40 members, I think we 6 or 7 people we know about recent advancement. Rest all are know what you know in this 3 months, and they are surviving. So rest all people know what you know after taking this 3 months course, the same skill set they have. Now you can understand where you will stand after taking this 3-month course. You'll be definitely be able to crack any interviews. But if you know advanced things, that will definitely help you in your resume. So take any data scientist team from any organization, only 5 to 10% of the total population will be having this advanced skills like transfer learning, BERT, deep learning, advanced deep learning like reinforcement learning and all that, followed by NLP advanced techniques. But rest 95% people will be knowing what you will be learning after taking this 3-month course, right? So now if you want to come in 95%, once you completed this 3-month course, you are coming in 95% category. If you want to go to top 5%, top 5 most skilled data scientists in any organization, if you want to reach there, obviously you have to expertise yourself in one particular thing, either deep learning or NLP. So
So ma'am, sorry
yeah.
to interrupt. So like whatever the topics are there in this one, this current course, each module you will teach as a separate course, right?
Separate codes. Yeah, correct. Yes, except Apache Spark. Except Apache
Okay.
Spark. Yeah, because that's a different thing. So except Apache Spark, NLP and deep learning will be 2 different separate codes. Yes, you're correct.
Like ma'am, I have around 5 years of experience in product development. So like if I am changing my domain, so will it be good for me, or I have to start as a fresher only?
5-year experience. Yeah, I mean you can showcase 2+ to 3+ year of experience in data science after taking this course, and then you try to change if you want to change. Don't change as a fresher. That is not recommended. You show some experience in data science, maybe 2 years at least, right? I mean, you will be able to justify your role because you have taken a course. You will be doing projects, at least 4 to 5 projects. In this course, you will be doing 3 projects. So, I mean, you can very easily crack interviews, which is asking for 3+ to 4+ year of experience in data science. So write, no, don't write as a fresher, write at least some you have worked internally in your team, right, as a data
Yeah,
scientist.
we have a team for this one, machine learning and all in my company, but that's what I wanted to know, like what will be my scope outside of my company.
Yes, so definitely. So as I am saying, right, I told you the real-time situations. That is how it is. So if you go to very very good organization like Goldman Sachs, I mean, if you consider that as a good organization, General Electric, all these big giant companies, if you go there and see their data science team skill set, this is what it is. right? So if you take a sample from them and if you do the statistics, you will find that 95% people, what they know as a data scientist are these skill sets. They know this much. Only the top 10%, maybe they are up to date with the recent trends that is going on, like reinforcement learning, BERT and all. But yes, others are learning. It's not like they have stopped. They are learning phase. They're not expert. Like you are learning, they are also learning. So I mean, you should get an idea what is the situation. So definitely you will crack interview, because the interviewer who is taking your interview is also knowing, right, what is the skill set and what is the other team members know what you know. So definitely you can crack interview of 3-year plus experience after taking this course. If you have completed all the algorithms you understood in the class, you have completed all the assignments, obviously definitely you can crack any interview. This is like written, you can take it from me. Very easily you can crack 3-year plus interview in data science. So the expert courses will only make you a top performer in the team. If you are joining any team, I mean, you will become one of the most talented person in that group. We are also, so like how we, like in our team, we are also giving sessions in reinforcement learning and other advanced BERT models and all that. So people are upgrading themselves. Nobody knows. Most of the people, they don't know. Okay. So that's
So ma'am, like,
see, I'll
hello?
tell you one thing, okay, what is happening. I'm not saying they are not talented, that's why they don't know. So what is happening is, I am teaching, right? That's why I'm upgrading myself. Whatever is new coming, I'm learning, I'm giving that extra time to learn. But other people are not teaching, right? So what they are working, let's say you joined as a data scientist to one organization and you are doing time series kind of problem, or you are solving, let's say, one kind of problem for last 4 years. Obviously you did not get a chance internally to work in NLP data or other kind of project, so you will forget those concepts, and you will not, after spending 9-10 hours in office, you will not get the time to upgrade yourself in other domains, right? That is what is happening. So many people, they are working in time series for last 3-4 years. Some people are working in recommendation engine, some people are working in NLP only for 3-4 years, some people are working in computer vision, they're expert in that, and they don't know anything about NLP. If you ask them, they even don't know the basics. So it all depends on which kind of projects you are working in companies and what kind of scope you are getting, right? So that's the thing actually. So that's why many people doesn't know all the things in all the domains. And artificial intelligence is vast. We cannot expect one person to be expert in everything. So after a certain level you have to choose one thing in which you want to become expert, right? So
Yeah.
hope I answered your query. Yeah. So
Ma'am, so this course is for 45 days or for
course is for
90 days?
45 days. There is another intermediate course which is again for 45 days. If you combine both, it is 3 months course, which will, in 3 months, we are completing statistics, machine learning, NLP, deep learning, and big data. These are the 5 major modules, along with Python. We completed Python in a detailed way, visualization, pandas, NumPy, everything. So along with that, these things we will be completing. Okay, so each module is independent. Machine learning is independent of deep learning. Deep learning, machine learning are independent of NLP. Big data is completely independent thing. So if you know deep learn, you can very well understand. So recommendation engine is, we are completing in advance, which we have not done or not started in intermediate. So so obviously you will understand, because I will be teaching from scratch what is recommendation engine. From that I will be starting. So you will understand. Spark is something new what we are starting. Deep learning is completely independent module where statistics is very less required. Most of the things, the coding skill is not same as scikit-learn, where you can write 3 lines of same code and you'll get an algorithm. Here, understanding one particular algorithm, will implementing one particular algorithm, to make you understand, it will take 3 hours from my side. So many manual coding is needed using PyTorch and Keras. Most of the things you will get, but many things you have to decide. Time and patience is needed to understand this course. So So for all of those who, for all of them who attended intermediate, it is a definitely taking course. This course you should definitely take. All of those who are taking this course, you should take the intermediate also to get an understanding on machine learning and statistics. So this is a complete series actually of 3 months. Okay, so hope I answer all your queries. If you have
Yeah.
any further queries, you can reach out. The summary of all this talk is everything we are completing in 3 months is important. We cannot say one is important, one is not important. So once you complete this 3-month series, you will be able to crack any interview independently. Any kind of data you can process. But in industry also, after 5 years, this 3-month course is invalid. You should not, you should be able to tell yourself expert in one thing, right? So in that case, if you are in that position where you want to call yourself expert, knowing is one thing and expert is other thing, right? If you want to call yourself expert in deep learning or you want to call yourself expert in NLP, you should take the deep learning and NLP course, which is kind of combination of all the topics that is present so far in deep learning. Almost 8 to 10 algorithm will be completing in deep learning, and almost same with NLP, with additional projects, obviously. Right? So this is a summary of the entire talk. Okay, so you can select courses according to your requirement, what you really want to achieve, right? And also one more thing is your acceptance is also needed, right? It's not like intermediate, it's little advanced. So the algorithms are also difficult. Math is required, and I will be completing the math part also along with the coding part. So it also, you will be the right person to know how much you can take, right? There's so many things, but how much you can take, that is up to you. So based on that, you can decide which course you should enroll. But is the course objectives are clear? Each course objective is clear, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. So this 3-month course is mandatory for everyone who want to join as a data scientist in industry. You can take breaks, maybe intermediate you take and then take some break and then take advanced, or advanced you take some break in intermediate. But this 3-month course is mandatory for everyone who want to come to the industry of data science. Even if you have not taken this 3-month course, don't blame me. Most of the things in the interview which is required, you may not be able to clear or kind of satisfy the job description completely. But if somebody wants to call themselves deep learning engineer or NLP engineer, if you want to apply for those positions, not data scientist, deep learning engineer or NLP engineer kind of positions, or want to kind of expertise yourself in deep learning or in NLP, after taking this 3-month course, you can enroll for only deep learning or NLP or combined advanced course, which will, after taking that deep learning course, you can say there is nothing in this deep learning world which I don't know. Everything which is present in today's deep learning world, everything, all the algorithms I know. You can ask me anything. You'll be able to tell that. And I'll make sure the advanced deep learning course is up to date because I'm also upgrading myself. All the algorithms till 2019, everything will be included. Transfer learning in till that point, right? So that this is the course objective. Okay, so so I think we discussed a lot many things, and if you have any queries, you can join. I mean, you can ask me tomorrow. But most of you are at beginner level. You are new to data science, so I'll recommend to go with this course first, and then the intermediate, and then you can decide what you want next.
Ma'am, as you are saying, this is 3-month course. Only advanced course is 3 month, or intermediate plus this advanced course is equal to 3-month course?
This is 1.5 month. Intermediate is 1.5 month. Combining both is 3 month. Along with that, if you're taking specialized course, this is advanced data science, that is specialization in deep learning, specialization in NLP, If you're taking that course, again 1.5 months. So you
Okay.
need 4.5 months to 5 months time to call yourself expert in one domain of artificial intelligence.
Okay.
So after taking this 3-month course, you will be able to crack any data science interview without any independently, which is requiring 3 years of experience. After taking the specialized course, 4.5 months, you can apply for deep learning engineer, NLP engineer, data scientist, senior data scientist, any kind of role.
Madam Vasi here. I have one question. Advanced deep learning course consists of a combination of NLP and deep
No,
learning
no,
or
no,
separate?
no. So see, I'll tell you again. So in advanced data science, we have 3 major modules: NLP, deep learning, and Apache Spark, right? In specialization course, you have specialization course for each topic. One specialization course is there for deep learning, one specialization course is there for NLP. In advanced data science, you have deep learning, NLP, and big data, but we are not completing everything from every module. We are skipping some of the topics because of time. If you want to complete one part, let's say deep learning, you understood 2 algorithms. Let's say there are another 6 algorithms which we are not completing. In NLP, we completed in advanced 4 algorithms. There are again 6 algorithms which we are not completing. If you want to complete that series, you have to enroll for the specialized course. Is it clear? So in deep learning specialization, we'll be talking only about deep learning, not about NLP. In NLP specialization course, we will be discussing about NLP. Obviously, there, I mean, sometime we may need deep learning also, but that I will complete everything related to NLP. Is it clear what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So advanced is something which will give you intermediate level knowledge in deep learning, NLP, and Apache Spark. But if you want to tell yourself an expert in deep learning or expert in NLP, you have to take the specialized course, again 1.5 months. And everything is interlinked. If somebody is joining the deep learning course, again, I will send the recordings of this batch, initial 1-2 algorithms, which I covered here. Rest, so many algorithms which we have not covered, I'll be covering in detail. So that's a kind of continuation. Nothing is repetition, everything is continuation. No matter which course you are enrolling, one thing is common, that is Python you should know. Okay, apart from that, everything is independent. Okay, I'm so sorry if I'm confusing you telling so many courses, but is it clear or any doubt you have? You understood the objective of each course?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Understood.
So time is the only constant. I want to teach everything, but if I tell the course duration is 6 months, people will be scared, right? And it's not recommended for everyone, right? One person who is a fresher, just his requirement is to get a job. First of all, his requirement is not to become an expert. So obviously he cannot go for specialization, and maybe some people are hurry, right, to get a job. So 3-month course is enough to get a job. But some people's requirement is to call themselves a specialized person in one thing, right? So for them, they are able to or ready to spend time. So if you want to learn something, you have to spend time. 4 to 5 months is needed to make you specialized in one part, right? So entire thing is split into 3 parts. One is you understand the topics first, about ML, about NLP, about deep learning, about big data. You understand the topics first and then choose one topic and make yourself expert in that topic. Okay. Okay, so I think we discussed so many things in today's session. Hope it is clear. So we'll start the topics from tomorrow and we'll be completing Python. We'll start Python tomorrow, basics. People who join my intermediate, it will be a revision for them, right? It will be good to revise some things before we start. So I hope everybody has Python installed in your system, but if you don't have Python installed, there are YouTube links. You can go to YouTube and you can install Python in your system, and Jupyter Notebook tutorial video. Ask Durga Soft. They will be able to share recordings, right? Python recordings for installation and Jupyter Notebook tutorial. And follow that. It's freely available in YouTube. It is there. And make your system ready, right? So tomorrow we'll start with Python. And I will be sharing the advanced course for deep learning, deep learning specialization and NLP specialization course. Give me some 2-3 days of time. I'll prepare the syllabus and I will share it with you by this weekend. And we can start maybe this weekend or next weekend onwards the specialization course. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.